They say everyone's nightmares come in waves. But for Ellie, it came in a pattern. Never sleep on the third night. Scene 1, day 1, moving in. Ellie, a 26-year-old nurse, moved into her new one-bedroom apartment. Cheap rent, quiet neighborhood, and just far enough from the hospital for peace. When the elderly landlord showed her the empty unit, she noticed he was unnaturally pale. Still, he seemed nice. He handed her the keys with a smile. "Landlord, here you go. You should unpack. Anything you need, just ring downstairs. Ellie." "Thanks." He paused at the top step. Landlord, "Oh, and try not to make too much noise." "The walls are thin." She followed him, puzzled. "Ellie, is everything okay?" He looked at her strangely. Then, softer, he said, "Landlord, just don't sleep here on the third night. After every 2 nights, skip one. That's how it stays quiet." Ellie laughed awkwardly. "Ellie, is that a joke?" "Landlord, it wasn't." He turned and slowly climbed the stairs. Ellie shook off the encounter, chuckling to herself. Ellie, how weird is that? But something about his words stuck with her. Narrator, later that day, boxes unpacked, Ellie sank onto her couch. The one bedroom was small but cozy. She loved it. Ellie, so quiet. It was nice. It felt peaceful. Too peaceful. Ellie, I should get some sleep. She went to her bedroom but couldn't settle. Ellie, guess I'm still tired from moving. She got up and returned to the living room. Maybe if she watched TV, she'd be sleepy soon. But halfway through a show, her eyes grew heavy. She snuggled on the couch and fell asleep. Narrator, that night the apartment sighed. It creaked and shifted, but Ellie slept soundly. She dreamed of water dripping. But when she woke up, she was dry. Narrator, nothing felt wrong. Yet the apartment breathed like it remembered something. Scene 2, night 2. She fell asleep again, this time on her bed. She dreamed again of someone standing over her, whispering numbers. Voice, 1, 2. She woke up, sweaty, confused. Was that a dream or real? She looked around. No one was there. Her clock read 3:33 a.m. Narrator, day 3. At work, Ellie told her coworker Marcus. "Marcus, that building? That's where that nurse vanished last year. Same unit. Weird coincidence, huh?" Ellie shrugged it off. Ellie, yeah, right. She was exhausted. Narrator, night falls again. Third night, despite the warning, Ellie curled up in bed. Narrator, that's when the apartment noticed her. At 3 a.m., her lights flickered. A shadow moved across the ceiling. She heard her name being whispered over and over. Whisper, "Ellie, Ellie, don't sleep, don't sleep." She sat up. The hallway light was on. Her bedroom door creaked open by itself. Ellie. "Who's there? Who's there?" No answer. The whisper stopped. She walked to the door, then to the mirror across the room. Its surface fogged up, revealing a message. "Don't break the pattern. Scene 3, day 4, desperate answers." Determined, Ellie tracked down the landlord. "Ellie, what happened here?" "Why did you warn me?" The landlord looked serious. "Landlord, you stayed the third night, didn't you? No, it sees you." He handed her a small paper. It was a list of names, all previous tenants. All were crossed out, except the last one, E. Thompson. "Ellie, what does this mean?" "Landlord, don't tempt fate. If you want to stay here, follow the rules." She raced back home. Scene 4, night 4, descent. That night, terrified, she slept on the couch with every light on. She tried to stay awake, but at 3 a.m., her body paralyzed. The room darkened unnaturally. She couldn't move. A figure crawled from under her bed. Pale skin, hollow black eyes. It stopped just inches from her face. "Figure, you broke the rule. Now count with me. 1, 2, 3. Ellie screamed, except no sound escaped. Scene 5, final scene, daylight, calm again, morning. Her friend Marcus came by to check on her. No answer. He entered the apartment. Everything was neat. But Ellie was gone. On the wall mirror, smeared in red, the lipstick message. "Don't sleep on the third night. Narrator, they never found." Ellie, the landlord rented the apartment again a month later, and when the new tenant asked about the rule, he just smiled and said, "Landlord, you'll see. After 2 peaceful nights, skip 1. Or it'll come count with you." Fade out with soft, echoing counting. 1, 2, 3. All right, what do we have here? We have what could have been a nightmare. Let's start with the old landlord. His unhealthy pallor and creepy behavior suggest he knows something sinister about the apartment. Maybe he's involved in whatever's happening there. As for the whispered voices, they seem to come from the building itself. Perhaps there's a haunting presence that feeds on human slumber. So why does it allow some people to stay for longer? Does it take only certain kinds of people? What exactly happened to the previous tenants? Did they leave or were they taken? It seems like the entity demands a sacrifice or a tribute, and sleeping on the third night might be a way to avoid becoming that sacrifice. The main character ignores these warnings because she's not the type to believe in superstitions. However, the pattern suggests that there is a reason behind the third night. This pattern may have a deeper meaning. For example, perhaps the third night represents a heightened state of vulnerability. Biologically, we're most vulnerable during REM sleep, which typically occurs in cycles of 90 minutes each. So maybe the third night refers to the third cycle of REM sleep, suggesting that the entity targets those who sleep deeply. What's interesting is that our protagonist isn't directly attacked until the fourth night. She experiences subtle signs in the third, but the full force is unleashed on the fourth. Why is that? Perhaps the entity is luring her into a false sense of security by giving her a warning. It's almost as if it's granting her an opportunity to escape. Those who choose to stay after hearing the warning become part of the entity's game. Furthermore, the entity doesn't kill Ellie immediately. Instead, it seems to claim her in a ritualistic manner by counting, perhaps marking her for whatever purpose. It's possible that the entity doesn't kill immediately, but instead keeps its victims for a later, more sinister purpose. The story also touches on how easily our perception can be altered in a frightening situation. Ellie's flatmate, Marcus, believes in the paranormal while Ellie dismisses it. And yet when Ellie faces the terrifying ordeal, she too starts believing. And finally, the ending leaves us with a chilling thought. Even if someone survives the ordeal, they bear the scars of the experience and forever alter their behavior to avoid a repeat. The simple act of sleeping becomes a life-threatening decision. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below.